Hey everybody, it's Adrian, Premier Business Coaching and Consulting, and I just want to talk about Good Day. Can we talk about Good Day? Oh my goodness. Okay, so if you have not been watching any of my social media, yeah, so I was on Good Day Sacramento, and of course, all shout out and props to the hubby because he set it all up. Um, Everybody's like, "How'd that happen? How'd that happen?" Okay, so I'll tell you a quick story how it happened. So I email the show called My California Life because they usually have a bunch of local folks on there. And they're always posting at the end of the segments, like, oh, if you want to be on the show, email here or, you know, contact this person. And I went and I found all the people to contact and I sent these emails like twice and flyer to my event because I wanted to promote the Ladies Let's Launch event, which is literally in, oh my goodness, that's 5 days away. And yeah, so went on there for that and emailed my California Life. They didn't respond, and one day we were sitting around, and he's like, "Oh, do you hear back from anything?" And from the show, and I was like, "No." And so he goes, "Well, what about Good Day? Would you go on Good Day?" And I was like, "Yeah, I go on Good Day." Like I'm all big, bad, and confident about all this stuff. And then he was like, okay, cool, here. So he shows me this email where the person responded. Well, not just a person, Tina Machua, the host, responded and was like, yeah, we can have her on the show. Can you guys come to the studio? And I was like, what? So all of a sudden, I'm just like, yeah, we could do it. Come on, let's go. To like immediate, like, bubble guts and nervous stomach. And it was still like 2 weeks away before I didn't even know when I was supposed to go on the show. And leading all up to it, I'm like getting the outfit ready like way ahead of time. I'm like, he's like, why are you so stressed about it? I'm like, it's TV. And so we go through the whole thing, send the information back and forth to the emails, and then I get this final response going, okay, so come on down to the studio, which by the way, you guys is hour and 12 minutes away from where I am. You're going to be on that 8 o'clock segment, super early in the morning. I am not a morning person. And it's going to be 3 minutes. And so I was just like, okay, um, that's cool. 3 minutes could still feel like 3 hours when you're terrified. So, um, all of that to say, like, I was going to do it. I am getting ready to do this launch. I'm going to get it out and I am going to do it scared. And that's exactly what I did. So I got out there, did it. There's some pictures. Of course, there were some major nerves. I was super tense and yeah, more nervous than anything. Was I scared? Of course. But shout out to Tina Machua. She was just like, we're just gonna have a conversation. Like she literally had no questions, like prepared. Um, I sat down and she was like, Adrian Miller, right? Miller, and I was like, yes. And it was on the screen. Um, and it went really smooth and it just kind of flowed. I'm gonna try to let me see if I can. I'll drop a link in this description area and you guys can check it out. I do have another longer video, so I might get it up, but it's kind of like shot from behind the scenes from my husband's camera. So I'm gonna try to get that up as well. But all in all, it was just like it was a great experience. I mean, afterwards, I felt great. I felt like I was ready to go and present and do this launch. And like kind of some of the other nerves went away. It was like, if I could do TV, then I can do them all. Like, Oprah, call me. No, but still, it was super exciting to do. But like I said, do it scared, right? Um, I am an introvert. I would not have chosen immediately to go on there. I was just like, you know what? I'm so serious about doing this launch. I'm so serious about getting the word out. I'm gonna do it. And it was literally to the point to what's the worst that can happen, right? Um, was it live? Yes. And so when I was thinking, oh, if I mess up, all they're going to do is like maybe scrub it from the show. There was no scrubbing from the show because the show was live. So I had to get on there and do it. And afterwards, we were talking about it. And I was telling my husband, who was like, maybe I just work really well under pressure. And it's not even just a maybe. I mean, I do. A lot of people do, right? When you're faced with it, like things will click, the words will come. Um, for me, in a fight or flight situation, I'm definitely a fight. So I'm not going to freeze. I'm going to work through it. That's just, who I am. And it just worked. So it went really well. Um, Preparing for it, I was like freezing and like trying to have my husband ask me questions. I was freezing. I didn't want, and I was getting super frustrated. So we stopped practicing. Um, but I just practiced to myself. And once she said it's just going to be a conversation, I was like, okay, I totally relaxed. But um, I think this is a season for a lot of people that I'm talking to of just it's time to get it done. Like 2026, everybody's doing different things. They're starting new projects, and just getting out there. And so, doing it scared for me is actually being able to do it and complete something, right? Make something come full circle, and really taking a look at, maybe why you're scared. Is it the public speaking? Is it because you're not going to be prepared? And I think for me, being prepared is a big key, right? And then once you get out there and things start and you start talking, then it just kind of all comes together. So, I just wanted to encourage somebody to just get out there and do it. You can do it. You can do it scared. Maybe some nerves, maybe a little quiver in the voice. Um, but you're doing it. And honestly, when you sit back and take a look at it like that, there are things that you're doing that other people just will not do at all. So, um, taking that first step is not even just a step. I mean, going on a show was like a leap, a huge leap. And I was looking at it like, oh, this is going to be 3 minutes. It's going to be so quick. And just all the support and feedback I've gotten has been tremendous, right? Oh, you did well. You couldn't even tell you were nervous. And so really appreciate all those good thoughts and the feedback and the support and people sharing the video and reposting it, especially around where I am, and where the launch is going to be. So yeah, it was great. It was great. And would I do it again? Absolutely. Now I feel like I've jumped off the bridge. I can do it. I can do something else. I took the big leap, and yeah, I think I can do it. And so I'm ready for this launch. Got everything prepared. And when I sit back and think about it and look at the full agenda, I'm not going to be up on the stage the entire time. So that helps a lot too. But what does it take to really conquer your fears? And I think, you know, from Sunday to today, that was just kind of the something I was sitting with that whole afternoon after getting done, right? I was energized. You're like, you're buzzing, you have all this energy going. And, you know, it was kind of all surreal. And I was just like, how did I get out there and do it? And of course, the key number one was I had some major support, right? My husband was there holding my hand the entire time. But even if I was ready to back out and I could have just walked away and thought about twice emailing and saying, never mind, I'm not going to do this. Um, I went ahead and did it. And part of it was just wanted to complete it to see if I can do it. right? So if anyone's out there ready to try something different, wanting to post their first video, wanting to um, start a campaign, launch a business, you know, start a show, start a podcast, go on a show, anything like that, that would normally just put you completely out of your comfort zone, which I absolutely was. And completely got a confirmation today from my devotional about um, God moving you in places where it will push you to act and push you to not know what's coming next, and being just in that really ambiguous space of, okay, I'm acting, I'm moving in faith, but to just always trust His will. And that's just what I'm doing in this season. And so far, it's just really been a blessing. And, um, really enjoying this time and this season of growth, right? Because if you're not growing, you're withering away. And I'm a forever learner, so I just want to keep it going and keep it moving. And as always, just give myself some grace during this time. So that was Good Day. And again, I'll post the link. And if I remember anything else, maybe I'll come back and talk about it. But it was really, really just an awesome experience. Super awesome experience. So, anyway,